Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing amazing and that you're feeling amazing. So, your sis from the collective have a message for you from Spirit. The message is stay focused. Not everything deserves a response. Let me say it again. Stay focused. Not everything deserves a response. What the fuck does that mean? Let's break it down as best as we can. Because, this message also applied to me. So, I'm listening to the message. I'm listening to it and I feel good about it. I feel good about it. So because it applies to me, you know I have a story time that I will share. But let's get into the message. So if you listen to my last video where I talked about choosing yourself and I shared a poem that I wrote to myself entitled I Choose Me. If that activated your ass and you really started to reflect on your life, on the people around you, and of the vision that you hold for yourself and your future, and that requires change, and it requires you to choose you by either enforcing boundaries, walking away from relationships, relocating, starting a new, regimen, whatever it is, fill in the fucking blank. I think that a lot of people are not making the connection that you do need to stay focused and you do need to worry about yourself, but at the same time, you do need to be aware of what is going on around you. Even if you are choosing to block that out, or you're choosing to say, you know what, I need more time to reflect on this, so I'm going to put some distance and some space. But every decision that you get to when you're going through this journey and you're doing the elimination process and you're trying to investigate yourself and figure it out, everything does not deserve a response from you. Everyone does not deserve a response from you. That is up to you. And no one can make you or force you. It's just energy. So you want to be very careful with the energy that you are giving out. Because if it's not in alignment with where the hell you going, then it's wasted in that moment. And that can be transmuted and used for something good that's in your favor. The reason why I believe Spirit is saying to stay focused, and let me get into the story time so that you can kind of get a better feel for the download. So I shared before in a previous video, right, I share in a lot of videos about energy vampire, but I shared in a previous video about someone who has been stealing my content. And I had already forgiven this person. I had a suspicion. It was down to 2 people. I had a suspicion, but I wasn't sure. But I had enough of a gut feeling in my intuition that I was right on the fucking money. But it wasn't really that important to me to, do all of that. And I don't go searching for shit. So when I told Spirit to reveal them to me, I let that be. And I focused on my own shit that I got going on. Because one thing I'm not going to do, and one thing that you should not damn do, is go out and investigate distractions. For what and for why? No, use that energy for something else. So if you are manifesting other dreams, other goals, focus on that. You have people that you love around you, focus on that. Don't allow these distractions. And even when you have those moments like something is not right, what's going on? You don't have to go and investigate. Sit with that feeling. Start looking around you, seeing when you walk into different rooms, when you are around different people, if that feeling, if that emotion is coming up for you. That's an indication that that's where the fuck that shit is coming from, or that person is triggering you and you still have some work that you may need to do. So when I had put that shit down, let it go, I went on about my damn business. And sometime last week, because it was still lingering. I could feel it in the energy. But when I do not have clarity on something, I set it and I forget it as best as I can. And I go focus on what I can control and what is important and what won't drain my energy, because you can go down that rabbit hole of investigating and that will drain your energy because you are trying to effort it. You're trying to force it. Why? Your guides have all the answers. You don't have to go do that. You only going to investigate your own shit. You don't got to go investigate that. And that's exactly what the hell I did not do. I did not go fucking investigate it, but the shit came and found me. Spirit gave it right to me, told me to go look at this, look at that, go here, go there. And I figured it out. I found the culprit. I found the culprit. Now, here is where, the stay focused and everything doesn't deserve a response. This person is not in my inner circle. So automatically for me, that's already like, okay, I don't owe you shit. Not that I owe anybody in my inner circle any damn thing, but I hold them to a different standard because they are in my inner circle. So if there's a disconnect, there's a breakdown, there's a conversation that's going to be had because I care enough, because you're in my inner circle and you are directly linked to me, to have this conversation so we can reshape whatever's going on moving forward. This person, however, is not in my inner circle. I've had very limited interaction with them, but I know that due to the environment in which we even started to, collaborate in a sense, that is how this person was attracted to my light. And I've always had a bright ass light, but I didn't always know or believe that my light was bright, because when I knew that I had a bright light growing up, and as I continue to journey up to where I am now, I knew that I had a light, but I never knew how bright it was. I wasn't aware of it. And the light that I was aware of, I would dim, because I knew the people that I was around, was attracted to it, wanted to benefit from it, wanted to gain from it, wanted to take from it. And some people just wanted to genuinely want to be around it because it's a nurturing, genuine, loving light. However, as I have learned my experiences and my lessons of life up until now, I understand why I experienced so much betrayal and, so much envy and, just energy vampire them. But that was a part of my lesson. That was a part of my journey to understand the psyche more, understand how energy works, understand how the trauma in people would be triggered, and that will ultimately attract them to your light, for good reasons and bad reasons, sometimes fucking both, depending on who it is, depending on where they are. And when I say where they are, remember in the last video, if you listen to it, I talked about the emotional guidance chart, the emotional intelligence guidance chart. And if you don't know what that is, please just do a Google search and you will be able to see the scale of the emotional guidance. And it has all of the emotions. And it also has a scale, a spiral, right, that breaks up the emotions based off of our energy center, our human body, the chakras aligned in us, whether it's aligned or not, but the chakras that's placed inside of us. And you see these emotions, and all along that scale, you see where you are. So as you are reflecting on your life, as you are trying to remove, not even trying, we won't claim that shit, as you are removing the people, the things, the experiences, whatever it is, fill in the blank, I want you to look at that chart, because it can help you remove the label of whoever that person is. It will remove that label. Just look at the emotion. Trust the emotion. This person's trying to come back into your life. Look at the emotion and look at the action. Don't listen to the words. The words can sound good, but the words mean nothing and they hold no weight. You have to pay attention to the action, and you have to pay attention to the emotion. Because if the action is still matching that emotion, then that person is not as healed as they are portraying themselves to be. But if that action is not matching that emotion, but you're still feeling that, then that means you're being triggered. And you still have some more work to do, and that is okay. It's all a part of where you are trying to go. So it's best to learn this now than to keep on going, and you're going to have to repeat this motherfucking lesson. Just, it may be with the same person, and it may be with somebody new, but you're going to have to replay and repeat that lesson. Now, for me, like I said, because this person is not in my inner circle, but because of how spirit work, I love how they work, man. Like, spirit is just so dope. I was actually triggered by a good friend of mine, and I had to pull away a little bit. I had to reflect, to understand, to break that down, look at it from all angles. And I was able to have a really loving conversation with that person. But that having that loving conversation with that person on my heart, it showed me how much I've grown in dealing with conflict with people, dealing with showing up and being vulnerable and being able to express myself as best as I can and know that I'm going to be received, I'm going to be heard. That's dope. A lot of us never felt like that in relationships or with family. You know, so we bottle things up and you hold things in. But I was able to have a loving conversation with that person after spirit showed me who this culprit was. Now, I have that person contact information, but I am not about to have no conversation with that person because it's not necessary. I've already sent this person loving energy because although I am not flattered by this behavior, I understand that there are some unhealed pieces in people, and there's a difference between admiration and envy. When you admire somebody, that means you are inspired by them, you know, and you see it as hope. You see it as a light, as a guide, as a beacon in order to transform your life in a way that's most authentic to you, your journey, and your purpose. But when you're envious, that means you're looking at that person, example, their life, whatever is they're portraying to you, and you're taking that as a standard. And then you're now comparing yourself and trying to figure out how you can skip the damn steps of where this person has gotten to if they have done the work, or if it's just whatever it is they're portraying. And now you're trying to imitate that. And you're trying to make that your truth. You're forcing someone else's formula into your own, when you really could take that and pour it into yourself so that you could have that admiration for yourself. That is why I pray for this person. That is what I'm sending to this person. And it's also teaching me the lesson of, this is just the beginning. This has been happening my entire life, which is why I would dim myself down, but that shit is gone. I'm not dimming a motherfucking thing. And so let me prepare myself for the fans. Let me prepare myself for the people who are lost, who are confused, and who's out here trying to desperately be someone else because they're too afraid to look at themselves. I wish you see yourself. That's what I wish for everybody. See yourself in the light that you want to see yourself in. That is authentic to you, and that is supposed to be lived through you, not through someone else, because you are perfect and dope the way that you are. The way that you are. So I want you to really pay attention to your gut, fam. Pay attention. Who is around you that you don't want to be around you? Is it worth you having a conversation? Is it worth you taking a step back so that you can process it? Because it's really hard. It's really hard to process things around the energy that is disrupting you. So you may need to take that time. But no matter what, no matter what, stay focused. Because things is flowing for me. Things are flowing for me. And even when you look at that scale and you look at all the emotions, I want you to really understand and let this sink in that all of the top emotions come with a over the top, out of this world type of security that money cannot buy, that fame cannot buy. And that's from your spirit team. Although I was able to feel into people's energy, although I'm able to understand why this person did what they did to me, and anybody else that has done the same damn thing, just maybe in a different way, I'm grateful for my gifts to be able to see into the soul of people. Because if I was to just judge things based off of that fucking human avatar, I would still be on that low level scale. But I'm not, because I'm going to choose love every single time. I'm going to choose to see you and see past the hurt, because the hurt is just the beginning. That's not, we need to get to the root. And we are never going to get to the root as a collective, as a group, as a family, if we just keep tearing people the fuck down. When they do things that's wrong, when they do things that hurt you, it is not to say it's excused. It is not to say that it's fuck okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. But can I see your heart? Can I see your soul? Can I see why that hurt person in you is doing what you're doing? I absolutely can. And as a spiritual doula, as a shaman, as a fucking unicorn, as an energy healer that I am choosing to see your heart. I am choosing to see that maybe this needed to happen in order for you to start loving yourself. That's what I believe. So I'm good. And fam, you're going to be good. Because you have the best fucking security. But when you're on the lower levels of emotion on that scale, you might as well say you might have a fucking door up, but you ain't got no lock. The shit can't properly close. You just got a damn hole that everything can get in and get out. You're just exposed. I'm grateful for my team because they show me exactly what's going on, but it doesn't penetrate the gate. I can look out the window and see what's happening without even having to be close. And that's because I've done the work to get to where I'm at, to use my gifts for good. And so I don't have to worry about this evil eye, this envious eye. I don't need to worry about that because it's a distraction. Instead, I'm going to worry about the flow. I'm going to worry about these creative thoughts that's going on in this damn noggin that I am now ready. I am willing. I am here to share with the collective from spirit. And that could have only been done if I chose me. And so that's why I do it every day. I do it every day, and watch how your life change. Watch how you transform. Watch how you can't find a reactive bone in your motherfucking body because you're too plugged in. You're too tuned in to even be bothered. And even when it may hurt, the only thing that hurted me in this, and that's the part that I had to sit with, but I'm good now, is because I take my faith and my spirituality seriously. It is the only thing that has never failed me. It didn't matter where I was at. It didn't matter where the fuck I was on that scale. I've always had my faith and my guides. And they have always told me it's going to be all right. You're going to be good. Keep going. You need to learn this lesson. You're just collecting data. You're just collecting this, but you're going to have a testimony. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be good because you already are, but you have no fucking idea what your light is really meant to do. And so I trust that so much in my spirit, so much in my heart, that whenever they test me, whenever they're sending things to level me up, I accept it with grace now. Because they know that I'm strong enough. They know that I'm plugged in enough. They know that I have so much love and joy in my heart that I'm going to look at it with love and I'm going to smile. And I'm going to send that person blessings Send them good energy. Send them healing energy, because that is what my purpose is. I'm going to always walk that walk and practice what I preach. And I want you to do the same. So remember, fam, stay focused. Not everything deserves a response. I love you. Bye.